Ciao ragazzi! Do you ever feel like you're studying Italian, but you're not really improving? Like you're putting in the time, but you're not sure if you're actually making progress? In this video, I will show you a simple way to check your real progress so you can finally see if you're improving or just repeating the same things. I know that many students feel stuck when learning Italian. They watch or take lessons, but they don't feel more confident. Or they feel like they understand something today, but tomorrow è andato, it feels gone. And of course, this can be really frustrating because at this point, many students start thinking that maybe they're not improving at all, or that they are too slow, or that maybe Italian is just too difficult for them. So here's why this happens. Most students don't have a clear way to track their progress. Actually, most students don't have any way to track their progress at all. So they rely on feelings. But feelings are not reliable in this context. Some days you feel great, some days you feel stuck. But that doesn't mean that you're not improving. It just means that you're not tracking the right things. So here's the key idea. Don't rely on how you feel about your Italian. Don't measure how much you study, like how many hours or how many videos or how many lessons you watch. Measure what you can actually understand. Let me show you a very simple way to do this. Let's start by choosing one short piece of Italian content. For example, you can pick a short dialogue, a short story, or a short text. Then print it, save it, or bookmark it. This is going to be your progress reference. So, step numero uno, is to read or listen to that piece of Italian content today, immediately. After you do so, ask yourself, how much do I understand? So it can be 20%, maybe it's 50%. It doesn't matter how much it is. The important thing is that you note it down. So literally write it down somewhere. And after that, put it aside and keep doing what you usually do for your Italian. So keep taking your lessons, watching your videos, practicing, do whatever you usually do for your Italian. Step numero due. Come back to the same content that you saved after a week or so, not less than a week. Now read or listen to it again. And now ask yourself again, how much do I understand now? If you now understand 70% and you previously understand 50%, or if you now understand 50% but previously you understood 20%, then that's progress. Even if you don't feel like it, that's progress. And I want you to note that down too. So note down the second percentage next to the previous one. After that, step numero tre is that you keep repeating this process from time to time. So go back to your progress reference periodically and read and listen to it again, noting down how much you can understand every time. Then when it starts feeling like it's too easy for you, fantastico. That's a sign that you have outgrown it. So congratulazioni. It's time to choose something a little bit harder and repeat the same process from step one. Now tell me, do you feel like you are making progress in Italian right now? Or if not, what's your biggest struggle? Let me know in the comments. I always read all of them. And one more important thing that is essential to understand in this situation is this. If you really want to track your progress, you need to strategically go back to the things that used to make you struggle. I remember once one of my students told me that he felt very discouraged about his Italian just a few days before his next trip to Italy. And at that point, we had been working together for a year, and I knew he had made enormous progress, but he didn't feel like it. So I just told him this. Think about a situation that was difficult for you during your last trip. For example, ordering at a restaurant or something like that that felt difficult to you. And then what I want you to do is that you do the same thing again this time. So put yourself in that same situation and see what happens. Guess what? He did it brilliantly. He even ended up having a long conversation with the restaurant owner. I think an hour conversation with the restaurant owner, which was amazing. He wasn't feeling like he was making progress, but he absolutely was. He just needed a way to assess that progress. And that's what I want to stress. You do need to put yourself in the same situations that were harder before if you want to see if you have actually made progress. By the way, if you would like an easy way to track your progress, like I'm explaining today, you might really enjoy my Italian Short Stories Club. The Italian Short Stories Club is my online program where you learn Italian by reading and listening to engaging short stories designed for beginner and intermediate learners. Inside the club, you will follow the story of Jack and Mary, a couple of American tourists who are traveling through Italy, and each chapter includes dialogues, audio recordings, and vocabulary that help you understand how Italians actually speak in everyday situations. And one of the best things about it is exactly this. You can come back to the same story after a few days or a few weeks, which I actually encourage students to do regularly, and clearly notice how much more you understand. If you like to try it, then you can access the first chapter for free, and you will find the link in the description below this video. Now, one last tip. Progress in a language is often invisible, and it often doesn't feel like a straight line. It's totally normal to have days where you can understand something. It's a little bit like weighing yourself. Our body weight fluctuates, and that's completely normal. And our ability to understand and speak a language fluctuates too. So keep this in mind and don't get obsessive with checking your progress every day, just like you wouldn't weigh yourself every single day. Instead, check your progress after a week or even longer. Pick a time frame that works for you and try to stick with it. That's how you can actually see the difference. So please remember, don't focus on how you feel about your Italian or how much you study. Start measuring how much more you understand and keep tracking it. È tutto per oggi. I will see you in the next video. Ci vediamo al prossimo video. Ciao da Valentina.